worked right today, so why would it start now? There we go. Hi, guys. Welcome to 3 Mississippi Wednesday Live. Happy joy. Nothing works right getting in here, but it's here now, so praise be. There we go. BNUS Odyssey. Hello, Auntie Ann. Always a pleasure. Hello. Joe Jacobson. Hello. Prayers and blessings all from Eastern Iowa. Hello. I can read. Greg. Hello, everyone. And James Hall says, hey, y'all. Kaz says, hey there, Sid. John Evans. Hey there. What's going on? Oh, howdy. I'll let y'all trickle in. Dorian. Hello. I know Mama B did not go live tonight. She's posted that she's working on a big project with some friends. And then I know that Simple Life Reclaimed is not going live after us. However, they are having a big premiere tonight. They posted that they are getting their first big livestock, their goats, for their homestead, which is really exciting. And I'm curious if they just got one or if they got a couple. Because one goat doesn't do you a lot of good unless you're going to eat it pretty quick. So, I know. I'm telling you. I mix up Utah and Idaho all the time. I have one friend that lives in Utah? No, she's in Idaho, and I always say she's in Utah. I think that's right. Anyway, I don't know why. They're like in the middle. Just hazy beige in there. I just forget what's what. Neil S. Hello, everyone. Hit that thumbs up on the way in. That is right. 100%. Thank goodness for Auntie Ann. I think everyone's taking the night off tonight. I don't know what I would do. Like no one's around. What is? Oh, there's a fly on my screen. I thought my computer was glitching because it was like going, like it would black out, but it was a fly. It's fine. Crisis averted. The Peanut Farm. Hello, Lucy. Barbara Hopkins. Hi from Oregon. David Owen. Hey, how's it going? It's going pretty well. Goaties. That's right. We love our goaties around here. Although I did yell at my goats today. Because Dan sometimes just wants to crawl inside of me. And sometimes I'm trying to do stuff and I'm like, bro, I need you to back it up. But he just wants kisses. Dennis Green, thanks for finding Lillian. Yes, of course. It was my pleasure to take care of her. I miss having the little girl around, but it was a lot to take care of when she was so sick. So I'm glad that she's A, doing better, and B, back home where she belongs. So, Alex, hey, Sid, all the way from Canada, home of the Blue Jays. No ants joining us for the live. No. They are gone. They have been banished. I banished them. They have been admonished. Yeah, I went out and sprayed again today with my trusty dusty, I forget what it's called. I know everybody's been recommending stuff. I have some of the granules. I was trying to say pebbles, and like that's not it. I have some of the granular stuff too, and I do use that in some areas. But I did use my spray that I had used out here before everybody was going to be tent camping for Sip of Freedom weekend. And so I sprayed out there yesterday, and I did put my double-sided sticky tape in the little crevasse that they were coming in from. And that seems to have the combination of those two things and rigorous vacuuming. I think I got them all. So it's all good. Glad Lillian is doing so well. Thank you for nursing her to her health, says Barbara. You're very welcome. I was happy to do it. Shiloh Acres, hello. Sid and gang, hello to you, Shiloh Acres. West House says, hi, Sid. Hope you're well. I am doing well. I've been, honestly, like my whole back hip situation has been a lot better the last probably week. It's worse than it was like at the beginning of last week, but it's not terrible. And I do get to go to the doctor tomorrow. I'll be seeing the orthopedist tomorrow, so I hand him my x-rays and then I wait and see what they tell me. So that'll be fun. I'm hoping for like good news and them to just tell me like it's mild and you had a flare up and you don't need to do anything or take anything and you can just live your life normal. That's what I'm hoping for. We'll see. It's probably not the case, but that's homegirl can live on a dream. Let's see. Saw the goats on the Daily Vibe today, says Auntie Ann. Yeah, she posted too on I think it was Facebook and on the YouTube community tab, because I was looking when I couldn't find Mama V's live, because I usually try to pop into it, and I was like, does she not go live? And then I found that and her post. Yes. Hello, Arlene. Let's see. Have you gotten your? Oh, why is nothing working right today? Have I gotten my proper rest since she's been gone? I've gotten a little bit more rest. I ended up, I had to kind of pull double duty because I sort of, in the YouTube world, I overextended myself. I had a bunch of sponsorship deals that I was working on simultaneously, and that ended up taking up a lot of time and a lot of emailing back and forth, kind of in the middle of the night when they would respond, like right when I was going to bed, and then I would end up going back and forth on that, and then I had to like shoot and edit. So I've basically been shooting and editing solidly for the last couple of days, and I can almost take a break. Not quite, but almost. Got the weeding done and all the mowing, but too hot to work on the fence. Oh, I hear you, David Glunt. I hear you, man. I'm telling you. Bugs are like weeds. They don't stop coming. This is true, Wes. Very true. They are awful little critters, and I am not a fan. It makes me want to release a herd of frogs or anteaters or something. Ooh, I could get like a whole. Hey, I want anteaters. Wonder if I could let me have anteaters. That'd be really cool if I had a bunch of anteaters in the front. I'll put that on my bucket list. Let's see. Gail says, hi from Alabama. The pest control company that does my yard uses granules. They work great. No more ants here. Oh, we love that. Only you, Auntie Ann. You're the only ant around. It's nice to dream. That's right. I know you all don't choose your ads, but had to share a funny every time without fail. I get a Screwball whiskey ad. That's funny. Do you like Screwball whiskey? Have you ever purchased, talked about it, or thought about it briefly? Because even just thinking about it, I hear that the AI technology sharing information can like know that you thought about it. So I don't know. I tried that once and I didn't care for it. I thought it was sort of like somebody whispered peanuts at whiskey, and I didn't enjoy. It was like, I don't know, not my jam. There should be more people like you that would help a person with their precious little fur babies. Oh, thank you, Gail. That's very sweet. I think anybody would do it given the opportunity or the knowledge to do it. So I was just happy that I got to have that, help have that story have a happy ending. But if it wasn't for my neighbors in my community like busting their butts to find her and keeping their eyes peeled when they were out, we would not have found her that night. So luckily my neighbor just happened to be going down the highway and happened to see her that night at 9:30. I mean, you know, our side walks roll up around here about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So the fact that she's found her was amazing. An anteater would be cool. I agree. I know those 40s and 50s come around. So do the aches and pains. Yes, thank you. I think Mike's knee is doing a lot better. In fact, I can tell he's doing better because his knee brace is sitting over here. But granted, he's been sitting at his desk like all day. But still, he did say it was feeling about 50% better. So that's good. I'll take it. You know, I'll take it. Oops, there it goes. But yeah, just, you know, and plus, I've shared with you guys before, I have a crooked spine. So because of how it's set on the base of my spine my whole life, it's making it angry there, which is causing my hip to get angrier and causing the angriness in my discs. So, and the arthritic conditions. It's like a little petri dish in my back for arthritis. Fabulous. I love it. So then I would have to hide Anthony. James, I must have missed something. I don't know what I must have missed something. I don't know. But yes, getting old can be a bear for sure. Not gonna lie. It's not just the gray hair. It's the everything else. Auntie Ann says, I'm glad to hear he's feeling better. Me too. I don't like it when he's broken because we try to have a deal where only one of us can be broken at a time. And so, you know, usually it's like he'll get sick, like a cold or something, and I won't get it. But then my back will be out. So he's not allowed to have something out at the same time. Like we have a deal. Like only one of us, you know, there's been very few times where we've broken that pact, and it was only because we couldn't help it because our bodies didn't agree to the terms of the contract. But we try to make it so only one of us is down at a time, because if both of us are down, it makes life impossible. So we try to make only one or the other. I tried it at my cousin's, didn't care for that peanut butter flavor. Yeah, it's kind of like a weird, I don't know. Some people love it and they make like peanut butter jelly shots with it and stuff. I just don't see the appeal personally, but you know, I'm also not a giant whiskey drinker. I do like a nice old fashioned every once in a while. But I'm not the type to sip a whiskey, or even though I have a whiskey bottle tattooed on my arm, that's for other people, really, not me. The three most important men in my life, it was for my grandfather, my dad, and my husband, because they would always drink Jack, and so that's why I have that. So, and I only have one of them left now. So. Summer in the Bay Area, soaked in the fog and 58 degrees in the morning, low 90s in the afternoon. Not too bad. Mike Birch, what's going on? That's right, back to good. Don't be a bum. Hit that thumb. I appreciate you. Yeah, Paul Heyman's not here to crack the whip on that today, man. I hope he's all right. Let's see. Sid, if you have a spray anywhere for pests that you were worried about it staining, you can use a mixture of dish soap and water. No staining works on ants, wasps, and lots of other bugs. Yeah, I've heard that before. With the Dawn dish soap and stuff. I don't know, man. It just, whenever I try to use, and I have tried to use several like homeopathic ant killers before with, like, I think it was baking soda and something. It didn't do anything. So and I'm not worried about it staining in front of the yard. And all I did was spray like the concrete and the underneath of the thing, and so it's not staining anything. That's right, Jennifer Ocean. Hit that like button and make sure you are subscribed. Yes, definitely. We like that. Yeah, so we got 140 of you in here and only 78 thumbs up. Those ratios are off. An anteater would be very cool. Oh, got you. To hide Anthony ant. Gotcha. I got you now. See, I can't even remember my own conversation. That's how out of it I am 90% of the time. I'm no whiskey person either. Yuck. Yeah, you just like the Jack Daniels coolers. And about 2 of them is your limit. Because I saw you have 3 once and you were like, oh. Oh, Canadian rye whiskey. Yeah, not a big fan of the rye. Neither is Mike. We like regular, not leaded, I guess. Oh yeah, Auntie Ann says she tried Dawn on ants and it didn't work. Yeah. I think there's a lot of things, like, you know, that you heard that if you take a bar of Irish Spring soap and you put it with your feed bags, or you put it in like your garage, it's supposed to keep the mice away. All I found on the Irish Spring soap was mouse poop when I did that. So I think it actually like attracted them. It didn't keep them out for sure. And it smells terrible. I'm sorry. Irish Spring smells awful. It smells like chemicals and the idea of a leprechaun. It's just not good. I don't enjoy it. Not a big fan. Have you ever tried grits to get rid of ants? I've heard of that before too. I have not tried grits, but I generally don't keep grits in the house. I'm a bad Italian. I never have polenta around. If I have 3, I'm down for the count. That's right, Anne. That's right. Teresa Dustin, hello. Making it home. U.S. flag warmer wasn't on the flash sale. Not safe. Somehow I got way behind in the comments here. I'm wondering about getting rid of fire ants. Yeah, I'm for it. Get rid of them. They're. Are we taking a poll? Yeah, get rid of the ants. I really hate it. Peppermint works good on mice. I heard that, like at the essential oil or whatever, where you can plant it. Supposedly, it's supposed to. Rats, I guess, don't like it either, from what I understand. But I've not really tried it. Cinnamon for ants, it didn't work either. See? Yeah, I think there's a lot of them that just don't work so very good. What's up? Let's Trade Paint is in the house. The Vineyard Farmhouse. What's up, Brian? I cut fresh mint off my plant, big pile of it, and threw it in the cupboard floor under the stairs where I heard a baby mouse. Didn't do anything. Yeah, I think it's more of like a deterrent than anything else. Just listening, making dinner. Oh, Jen is so domestic. She took Frankie with her to that. There was like a ceramic painting place, and she took the girls, her and her daughter, there this afternoon after Frankie's band practice, and then brought her home. Appreciate you, by the way, for taking her home. I didn't see her text that you guys were leaving and headed here, because I could have gone and gotten her and brought her back, but I appreciate you. And I wish I had remembered sooner that your coolers were in my truck. So, but I'll get them back to you. Gasoline in a match. Poof, they're gone. That's right, White Rock Homestead. All you got to do is have Drew come over with his brake cleaner and torch it all. That's what you do, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, Sid's biting ants love my feet. I know I got some good bites from them this week. That's 100% true. Judy Jules and the Big Italian. Hello. I got to meet you guys at the meetup. Sid, I stopped in to say I love you. Thanks for being a hero nurse. Aw, thank you, Judy. That's sweet. Thank you very much. I'm assuming that was Judy saying that just because lots of hearts, and the way she worded it sounded like it was her talking and not the Big Italian. Although he's a sweet man. It might have been him. Us Italians, we lead with our heart, you know. So you never know. Let's see. That peach one is good, and that's the one she drinks. She only likes the peach one. Or is it the only one I ever see her drink? I don't know if she's tried all the flavors. I like the fruit punch one and the peach one. Can't think of any of the other flavors of them right now. I think the lemonade one was okay. I do remember they have a lemonade one. And there was one other one that I tried that I was like, negative. But I can't remember what flavor it was. Patty McCullough says, I'd like to know why no one says hi to me. I don't know, Patty. I only just see that you're in here now. Sometimes it's hard when we're scrolling through to hit everybody. I try as best I can, but hello and welcome, Patty. I don't want you to feel left out. There's never anybody's intention in the live. Unless you're saying something inappropriate and we skip over you, that's a different story. But generally, I try to read as many of them as I can. Barbie, hi, and everyone from Glendora, California. Oh, how did I get so far behind in the comments? I don't see. This is why I don't like doing them by myself. It's so hard. I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, Barbara's giving me another recipe to get rid of them. Borax, yeast, and sugar. Sounds like I'm about to make bread soap with those ingredients. Or kill a Leviathan. If you watch Supernatural, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the Jack Daniel's Southern Peach is definitely Auntie Anne's favorite one. I think she'll drink the down home punch in a pinch, but the peach is her favorite. Hey, all in chat. Sorry, can't tag on my phone, but we see you, says Tara and Jason. Although I think that might just be Tara because I have my suspicions about who's typing. It's always fun to guess. Sometimes I'm wrong. Usually, if it's Mike and Terry from MT Homestead, I'm almost always wrong. Almost always guess wrong. Just because, I don't know. I just do. That's right. Or the brake cleaner. That's right. 100%. My shot pew pew has been doing well with the mice here. There you go, Dennis. Yep, Mike used to use his BB pellet gun at our first house. We had this teeny tiny backyard that went kind of up a hill, and he terraced the part of the hill that was ours and put garden beds there. And but he used to sit at the back fence with the BB gun and shoot the rats off the back fence. It was quite the neighborhood. Andro works well. It's a quick death. Oh my. For me or for the mice? Is there an ant bait at Moore's that works really well and is reasonably priced? You just gotta have to keep it away from the dogs inside. Yeah, see, that's my thing is like I try not to put stuff out because our neighbor across the way, they have a Great Pyrenees and he's a wanderer. So he ends up in our front yard a lot. So I try not to put anything out that like even he could get into. Like my animals are all in their areas and like I know where they are, but I don't want to like accidentally poison my neighbor's dog. So that's kind of a dick move, you know. Plus the dog's really old. Like really old. Like really old, I think. I've tried the fruit punch one. It was good as well. Haven't tried any of the others. Oh, all right. No. You got to live a little. Dryer sheets work good on ants. You just put them around and they don't come around, David. That makes me nervous. Oh, makes me super nervous. I cannot figure out my life. Been fighting fire ants for years. Used about everything I could. Seems like I'm just chasing them around the farm. Yeah, I feel like I kill one or two or three, and then like 2 weeks later, there's a whole. I'm like, where are they migrating from? You'd almost think you would see them like coming in droves down the county road, like with the amount of ant hills that you find all the time. It's really like I was weed whacking yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I was weed whacking yesterday and like edging along like the cement areas. And there was a new anthill in one of the areas and I like kicked it up. And so immediately I got ants on me and they were like, and I was like, really? They're so rude. They're so rude. I don't enjoy it. They get a negative review from me. 0 out of 5 stars. That's how I feel about that. Debbie Short says, good evening, Patty. Jack Shepard says, hello from North Carolina. Brian Wilkerson says, hey, Sid. DJ Turnameru says, hey, DJ. Chris White, thumbs up. That's right. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, guys. I'm telling you. Greg and Gina, hey, Sid, sorry I'm late. Long day on the road. Hey, I hear you and I forgive you. It's always a long day. It's both, LOL, except we are cooking and processing tomatoes, so we're on our phone. Gotcha. Tara and Jason are working hard. She was telling me when they got back from here, from Sip of Freedom weekend, that she harvested like a metric ridiculous ton of tomatoes, and she was in the midst of processing them all. I just told her that she had to make me some hot sauce and save me some. I want to try her hot sauce desperately because she likes stuff hot like I do. Like she's a spicy girl like me. So if she makes hot sauce, it's almost guaranteed that I will like it. Whereas like some people make a hot sauce and I'm like, oh yeah, this is good ketchup that you made. This is lovely. Or salsa. I guess she was making salsa. I forget what it was, but I want it either way. I don't care what it is. I want it. I'm putting in my order now, Tara. Let's see. I know. Let's see. Everybody's saying, what's up, White Rock? That's right. It is really old, Lucy, I promise. I don't exaggerate for nothing. Or not exaggerate. What's the word I'm looking for? Emphasize. Thank you. My brain sometimes, I have these little Biden moments that creep in. I think it's because I have too many tabs open in my brain and I get them out of order sometimes and then I can't rectify them. And I think that's part of my problem. Glenn and Shannon, Salty Life. Hello, everyone. Cooking dinner. That's right. Everybody's got to make a dinner. Hey, Neil. Yes, Jason is feeling better. We both are now. I didn't know Jason was sick. So now I feel bad. I bet you made him some chicken soup.
Hey.
Look who's here.
What's up, chicken butt?
Look who's here. Let's see. David Glenn says, yes, we had ants coming in the garage window. We put dryer sheets on the sill and no more ants.
Dryer sheets.
Okay. I wonder what's in them that makes them keep the ants away. High Yield has a product that works well for ants and is safe for most animals. I use it in my coop area. Huh. Okay.
Wow, my yard needs mowed already.
I know. I was looking at that earlier too.
Unbelievable.
You can sit here in this window and hear the grass grow.
You can definitely watch the grass grow.
Yeah, you can hear it like coming up out of the soil. You can hear it. I can't remember the name of it. I used to buy a powder that kills fire ants from Walmart. It worked great in North Carolina.
It's probably 7 Dust or something like that.
Maybe. That could be. Dryer sheets sound expensive for ant control. We'll stick with brake cleaner.
Who said that? That must have been Drew.
That's Shiloh Acre said that. Well, we were
Shiloh.
talking about Drew and his brake cleaner a minute ago.
Drew said brake cleaner is good for everything.
Oh, MT says, hello, Sid. My ears were burning. See, now I'm going to guess. Let's see. I'm going to go with Terry because she's on the regular MT Homestead account. But usually when I think but it kind of sounds like it's Big Mike talking. So just because the way it's worded. So I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out.
We got a new 3MS talker.
Look at that. Greg and Gina, welcome to 3MS Talker. Whoop, whoop. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Greg and Gina.
I try at least once a week. I try to post one of our videos early for members so that you guys get like the first peek of stuff. Sometimes I do it for both videos during the week. It depends on how smoothly my week is going.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't get one, then you know that my week was a disaster.
I was going to barbecue some burgers after this live, but now I might have to mow the grass and have Frankie barbecue.
Well, with Jesus, all things are possible. You'll
With
figure
Jesus,
it out.
huh?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I'm waiting for him or her to reveal if it's Mike or Terry. Tara got you, Sid. She needs some super hot peppers. We have super hot peppers. Not currently. He's making some.
We have plants.
That
will be
turn.
growing super hot peppers.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to work out a little trade, a little bargain here.
Mm-hmm.
I give you some of ours, and you give me back the hot things that are tasty. I think that's a good plan. And you guys could have a hot sauce off.
Yeah.
A hot sauce off.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah. And I get to be the test person.
I can make a good.
I volunteer as tribute.
Okay, but then it'd have to be blind.
That's fine.
To be a blind test, and you can't be the only one.
Nobody else eats hot stuff.
There's like
me.
We can find people.
Will does, but he's so picky.
That's all right. If he's one of, say, 5 judges.
Who else eats hot stuff the way that I eat hot stuff?
Well, it's not going to be hot enough that only you can eat it.
Well, I didn't say
Nobody
that.
in their right mind is going to make hot sauce that only Sid can eat because there's no market for it. Sid can only eat so much hot sauce.
I would eat all the hot sauce if I could.
You have to make hot sauce that's acceptable to a lot of people, but Sid still thinks it's good. That's the trick right there.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? All right. I'm still trying to see if it's Mike or Terry that's typing.
Mike.
They're all saying hi to you.
What's going on?
They're saying hi to you.
Auntie Ann, hello. Hello, all in the chat.
Oh, hi, Charlene Grady. Whoops.
Midnight
I
vlogs.
just skipped.
Yeah, I don't know what you just did.
I hit a button. It's fine.
Oh, you're way up in the chat.
Well, it's hard when I'm by myself.
You gotta get caught up.
Sir.
You gotta get caught up.
Sir.
Don't call me sir. I work for a living.
Simmer down. I'm trying to get caught up. How's the knee, Mike? Says Greg and Gina.
It's easily 50% better.
It's Big Mike.
Well, you probably would have known that if you weren't so far up in the chat.
Listen, I said
I don't want to listen.
It's normally Terry.
I stopped listening 17 years ago.
The MT Homestead thing. So I'll say hi, Terry, but it's worded like the way Big Mike would say it. Mm-hmm. And I was right. It was Big Mike.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is you're too far up in the chat.
Listen, Linda.
I say you just skip some comments and get caught up. If we skip you, sorry.
Oh, he's making me skip.
And here we go.
Okay.
Boom. Now we're caught up.
Okay. Deal, Sid, says Tara and Jason. I love hot sauce, says Back to Good. Well, when you get out to Arkansas from Arizona, then maybe you can venture out. We'll all meet somewhere in the middle and have a hot sauce off.
That's right, Brooke. I made it here before 6:30.
It's a miracle.
Uh-huh.
It's not even Christmas. Hubby is a licensed mechanic, so yeah, brake cleaner has many uses around here. We use it on wasps mostly. Nice. All right.
Yeah, that's what Drew was saying. Is it's like the best wasp spray. I should probably just get a couple cans of it and try it out on the next wasp nest. Speaking of wasp nests, have you noticed that we have not had much of a wasp problem on the front porch in a while? I think you managed to find them all.
Yeah.
Or they found you.
Well,
Yeah.
yes. Two things can be true.
Right.
Yes, I did. I went on a serious hunt, and then every time I've seen one starting, you know how they have that little.
She's just got out the nuclear football and nuked it.
Yeah, like every time they start to do their little wiggle, you know how that you can tell they're starting to make their little thing to make their nest. I kill them, and I tell them,
Not
"That's it."
today.
Yeah, I'm like, "That's it."
What's up, Brian Wilkerson?
Tara and Jason say our son Jake will eat it no matter how hot it is. See,
There you go.
like me, I love it.
I don't like to make hot sauce that's too hot for me to eat.
He'll make me sometimes that he's like, and usually that happens by accident.
Yeah.
He'll say like, I didn't think this was going to turn out this hot, so here.
Because the thing to remember, if you make hot sauce the way I make it, by fermenting it, you're doing a handful of things. One, you're creating a healthier product with probiotics and
Hi, Matt Barker.
lactobacillus. Yeah, that. And it's all stuff that's good for your gut flora, right? Plus, hot sauce overall is good for not only your gut flora but also the brain.
Too.
Yeah, endorphins.
Yeah.
But when you ferment it, you also decrease the pH. You get the pH. If you get the pH down to there's a trick to fermenting hot sauce. You want to get the pH down to like 4.4, 4.3. But then you want to stop because you don't. I don't like. Yeah, that's right. I don't like Tabasco sauce, and I want to like Tabasco sauce because they age it and use Jack Daniel's barrels. So it's like,
so
how do I?
Vinegary.
It's too vinegary.
I don't enjoy
That's the problem. So if you get the pH too low, you start to get that vinegar flavor. So you want to get the pH to a shelf-stable point
only time,
without tasting like vinegar.
I think the only time Tabasco is acceptable is if you're doing if you're eating like fish and chips, because it's got that vinegar to it. So you can like mix it with your malt vinegar and kick it up a notch or whatever. That's the only. I don't like.
There's a
Tabasco.
sweet spot for me for the flavor that I want of hot sauce. There's a sweet spot where I haven't turned it into a vinegary flavor yet, but I've got the pH down to a shelf-stable point. And then, in the process of doing that, you're actually breaking down whatever it is you're fermenting, right? The fermentation process feeds on the sugars in the product, and you're breaking that product down. And in doing that, you decrease the heat, right? So if I'm using Buchalokias, which a lot of you guys know as a ghost pepper, the Butch Tea Scorpions, I like to use. Carolina Reapers, they have very thin walls. You don't get a lot of meat at them, but you get heat, right? And then I like to add thicker walled peppers that have more of a green flavor. I know colors don't have flavors, but if you eat a lot of peppers, you know what I mean. Like the jalapenos, if you've got good thick walled jalapenos, and then bell peppers. Because when I mash those up, I don't. The other thing that I don't like about Tabasco is how thin it is, right?
Jason says we lose too much mathing and sciencing for White Rock. Ours will be hot salsa. Tara says.
Whatever.
I'll still eat it and enjoy it.
Bottom line.
You can make a hot salsa too that's fresh and not a hot sauce that's fermented.
I probably don't need to geek out that much on it until
this one. You ask him what time it is, and he's like, "Well, let me show you the sprocket and the cog and the wheel and the clock here. See?" So
you can figure out what time it is for yourself.
Yeah.
If you ask me to give you a fish, I will give you a fishing pole. Stop.
Oh.
You're sitting there rubbing the cat, and the cat's making biscuits on my knee, and then the claws come out.
Sorry. You didn't mean to. Hey, it's okay, Martine. I didn't mean to. OMG, a newbie. Hi, Sid and Mike. I have 2 YouTube videos you need to watch. I will post the titles in the comment section.
We need to watch them?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what.
It's SYD. SYD, short for Sydney, like Australia. So it's SYD.
Hey, stop, just stop.
Martine, Daddy doesn't love you.
I don't know why you think that's a good idea, Kat.
He doesn't understand.
He doesn't understand that he has claws?
No, he's just making biscuits. He's the best baker in town. What are you talking about? Apparently your wasp didn't get the memo that the safety's off. That's right. Because I take that cap off that wasp spray so fast. Like
top Tio, yeah, top Tio. Cholula.
Yeah.
Cholula.
I don't mind those.
I like those. Those are acceptable. Most restaurants that have Tabasco will have something else too, if you ask for it.
Yeah, down here you get a lot of like weird, like the Valentino one, which I don't hate. It's really similar to like Tapatio, and it's kind of like if Tapatio and Cholula had a baby. That's Valentina, in my opinion. The regular one anyway.
4 tornadoes in here. Are you up in the New York State area? I know there's a lot of tornadoes up there right now.
There's tornadoes in New York right now?
Yeah,
I did not get that memo.
Yeah, I think it actually. I don't know if you've looked at any radar of the Beryl, tropical storm Beryl after it hit Texas. It went north, pretty good bit north of us, and around towards the Atlantic, and now it's crashing in with air coming in, cold air coming from down from Canada, and then
the warm air from the south.
Yeah, it's so it's making some crazy stuff up there.
Tornado juice, but that's kind of weird.
Okay, so
hi Lila.
OMG, a newbie got some videos having to do with gardening that I need. Again, stressing that I need to watch these. So okay,
must be important.
All right,
you're gonna have some viewing to do.
All right, all right.
Like,
I will take a look at them.
That's what I just did.
Somebody's asking Brian how he fared today. What was going on? What did I miss?
Maybe weather. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's up there. That's right.
Melon Gary in the house.
What's up? Simple Life Reclaimed is in the hacienda. I
was just talking about you guys earlier because I was like,
oh, don't tell them what you were saying about them.
No, I was just saying Mama V didn't go live tonight, and A Simple Life's not going live tonight, but they're premiering their new video. Yeah.
So you guys get standing by to watch the premiere of Simple Life Reclaimed's new video.
That's right. Somehow I got cat hair all over me.
Well, I can tell you how.
Well,
there was a whole lot
exactly
of this
a
for the
mystery.
cat.
Just saying. Watching y'all shoreside. Oh, they must be back at the lake. Lots of lake days this time of year for y'all.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
Greg and Gina say they're under a tornado watch in upstate New York.
Yeah. No, it's the weather up there is pretty crazy. Right, I'm surprised you hadn't heard about that.
No, I've been editing like most of today, so I honestly was out of the loop.
Dustin Poirier, is it Poirier?
Porters. That says Porter.
Is that a T?
I thought it was a T.
I can't see.
We're both blind.
I thought it was one of those woohoo things.
I don't know. Dustin hot sauce. He's got 3 different flavors. Habanero is the pepper he uses. Love habanero peppers.
Yeah.
KO additional hot sauce has ghost peppers in it and is super, super, super hot.
Yeah. No, ghost pepper is pretty doggone hot. I like a habanero if I'm making I like to add sugar in some way, a natural sugar, when I'm fermenting peppers, because again, sugar feeds fermentation, right? So an easy way to do that is pairing a fruit with a hot pepper, right? So for me, habanero and mango they're like a hand in a glove.
They're really good.
And
he puts beets in his hot sauce.
Yeah, sometimes you know
that vampire.
You get that deep earthy flavor from beets.
Beets by Dre.
And then the beets also add a really nice color to, the hotter, I like my hot sauce to be colored based on its intensity, right? So when I'm making a really hot sauce with, ghost, Buchalokias, I was saying ghost Julokias. Yeah, anyway.
I knew what you meant.
With ghost peppers. When I'm making a really hot sauce, I like to figure out how to deepen the color, right? But I only want to do it naturally. Like I don't add any food colors or anything. So anyway, beets are
just the blood of your enemies.
That's right. The blood of my enemies.
That's right. Yeah. SLR said that their video wasn't ready till 4 to post, and they're supposed to post today, so it was too close to their live time, so they decided to just make it a premiere and stay at the lake longer. And
there we go.
approve that message.
Absolutely. Lake time
this time of year,
good.
If you're out doing something fun, 100%.
Frankie and I are thinking about going fishing this weekend. I don't think we've told you that yet.
You guys never tell me anything. I'm the last one to know.
I think we're gonna go catfishing. It's gonna be
catfishing. Like, so you're gonna go on Tinder and put yourself as like a 20-year-old woman? No.
Frankie and I.
Oh, different kind of catfishing. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I think we're leaning towards either Friday night or Saturday night.
Friday night's all right for fighting.
Yeah. So, but we haven't decided.
Friday night, she and I are supposed to go to church.
What's going on at church?
There's some meeting we're supposed to go to.
What?
I just heard about it. It's for youth, about youth group.
Oh, okay. Well, then apparently we're going Saturday night.
Mm.
But you guys tell me your opinion. So here's the deal.
Uh-oh, there's a deal.
We have a couple of small lakes really close to us. Like we can just jot over there on the side by side.
67 tornado warnings in Louisiana when Burl hit.
Oh yeah.
Dang, Pearly May.
A few days ago. So both of these ponds have catfish in them. Ponds, large ponds, small lakes have catfish in them, but you know, you don't know. You know, you don't know where they're going to be or when they're going to be there, or you don't. There's no guarantees, right? So Frankie's first time,
RSVP.
They never answer the RSVP. It's like,
they don't
you know,
call, they don't write.
Right. But like 3 miles down the road, we can get there on the side by side, is a pay pond.
Oh, that one. You've been talking about it forever.
And I've been thinking about taking Frankie to the pay pond since we moved here, because it's right there.
Further than that.
No, it's at the 45. You take this back road that the hog barns are on all the way down, and it dead ends at the pay pond.
I thought it was after the Dollar
Anyway,
General.
that part doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You're right.
So bottom line is, look, you know, you have to pay by the pound whatever you catch, and you know, but you're going to catch fish. You're going to catch a good bit of fish. Why is my phone ringing?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long day at work, and somebody's calling my desk phone right now, and I'm not going to go answer it. But anyway, so I'm thinking, do I just take her to the pay ponds, and if the cows are lying down, fish are not biting, take Frankie noodling. So that's next level stuff right there. That's
she got to get her first catfish like regular, I think, first. Island Life in Tasmania. Hello. What's going on? Pearly May says they want to go fishing too. Do you like using top water frog when bass fishing? Mike says make your own luck.
You know, for me, top water is a early morning thing when the sun first hits the water. Torpedoes, frogs, all kinds of top water stuff. If they're hitting top water, yeah, I love it. I love fishing with top water, but it's usually a small window.
Mike, how good are you with a pistol? 2 out, maybe
probably
2 out of 3
max. I
meant
to say took out the max 9 today.
Oh.
Tried to make a smiley face, didn't work so well, but I got the job done. Yeah, I mean, you know, at the standard, you know, 7-yard or 21-foot range, which is what a lot of people will practice at, I can make a smiley face on the head of a target, but I like to, you know, push it out to 15 yards, 20 yards to practice, and I'm not making smiley faces out there. I'm not that good.
Not that good. Alex says go to the pay pond.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking go to the pay pond and just catch some fish and make sure we have a good time.
Yeah, Auntie Ann says I used to go fishing at the catfish hatchery. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody will judge. Mike, take a few cans of wet dog food and open and throw it in the pond a few hours before fishing, then come back at night. Bam. Says Lonely Hitchhiker. Kent.
Okay, so just take the wet dog food, pop some holes in the can, and throw the can out there about where I'm going to be cast into. Is that what you're describing?
Otherwise, they would just be full.
Right.
Like if you just threw it out. It's kind of like just leaving.
Seems like it might work. It's chumming.
Yeah, it's like when you put the pantyhose and the bait balls in there, and it stinks like a rotting.
Well, no, that's how I actually put bait on the hook was with the pantyhose.
I know, and it's disgusting.
Like chicken livers. I don't know if y'all ever use that trick, but chicken livers don't like to stay on a hook. So I take an old. Nobody has pantyhose anymore, but you can go to Walmart and still get them because apparently
You can't anymore.
Oh, really?
I had to go get some for Frankie's FFA outfit. We had to order them online because no store carried them around us.
Well, we should probably order a pair online just so we have them. Because if I ever want to fish with chicken livers,
I'm sorry, I need to order some pantyhose for my husband.
if you ever want to fish with chicken livers, the best way to do it is to cut a piece of pantyhose, wrap the chicken livers in it, and put it on the hook. I'm just saying.
You remember when they used to have the eggs in the rack? And you could get like sheer toe, control top, nude, black. You remember that? And it was on this big thing. Anybody else remember that?
What did I miss? Resurrection Project. I'm so sorry. My prayers are with you both. Something happened. Resurrection Project. I missed what went on.
I'll scroll back. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. His wife is sick, has cancer.
Oh, all right. Well, she'll be in our prayers. What's her name?
Oh, I don't know. I already scrolled back.
Pop her name in there if you don't mind, buddy. Heartland HQ with Dinky Tank. Hello.
What's going on?
Used to put peanut butter in pantyhose for fishing for catfish. Yeah, I've heard people use peanut butter. I like blood bait.
Because it smells so good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you just take like when you process chickens or whatever, you catch that blood and you mix some bread in with it and let it coagulate until it's extremely nasty and absolutely bleh. And then then you mix in some dog food or whatnot, make yourself some little nuggets.
And then try not to vomit when you're doing it.
It's nasty.
So gross.
But catfish are nasty.
Yeah, they are. They are not a pretty fish. They're not a pretty fish.
I meant to extend an invite to y'all to come over to the lake and ride ATVs and fish and throw something on the grill. It says Peanut Farm. And aren't they like only like an hour east of us?
Yeah, Lucy, they're not far. Like an hour a little bit, I think.
You guys were near Grenada, if I remember correctly, I think. Anyway, whatever.
I do remember the egg, and it was legs with 2 G's. I can remember the logo like perfectly in my head right now.
See, Tammy's been catfishing with chicken livers because she's like, oh yeah, that would work. Of course, yeah, it works. I'm telling you.
Tara remembers. See, everybody remembers. Wife's name is Brat. We run Life's Resurrection Project on YouTube. There you go.
Oh, we'll have to go check that out. Yeah, sunfish, no doubt. That's how I used to fish for channel cats, and I wouldn't even cut them. I would go out with a little pole, and I would catch sunfish near the shore.
Oh yeah, that's your pink.
And then I would just put a big hook through their dorsal fin and sling them out there in the middle of the channel with a bigger rod. And
Tara and Jason both vote to take Frankie to the pay pond and get her on a good fish.
That's what I think
that's I mean, not that she's a good little fisherwoman.
Oh yeah.
But
she can bass fish.
Yeah, but
catfishing is more boring, to be honest, which suits me, right? Because
you're boring.
Because for me, calm is like, it's got value, right? If I'm just sitting there chilling, watching the birds and the bees and just kind of looking around nature and the water and and then occasionally I get a little ding ding and then I have to get ready, get on it, get a hold of it, and then wait for that next dink dink, right? I enjoy that kind of fishing sometimes, but Frankie enjoys bass fishing because she's always doing something. She doesn't bass fish with like live bait or anything. She's slinging that worm out there, trying to get the right spot, working the worm. Catfishing can be boring if you want something to be happening all the time. So
Auntie Ann says her dad used chicken hearts because they stayed on the hook better. That's a good idea. Imagine it would work about the same.
I would think you would catch more turtles with chicken hearts than with chicken liver.
Okay too.
Turtles can be a problem. But
Shiloh Higgins says I used to play with those eggs too when I was little. Yeah, see, I played with them too. I think everybody that grew up in the 80s, I think you played with those things.
Wow, I'm not sure about the mussels. I haven't really seen any mussels around here, but 100% there's.
Mussels? I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, all over the place. But I just hadn't seen them around here because that would work really well. Worked his entire millwright life on the Mississippi River. Wow, that's awesome. I still haven't been fishing in the Mississippi River. I don't know why.
We don't get out much.
Yeah, I mean it's like
reason.
You know, we're not in the Delta, so it's a bit of a drive. It's a bit of a commitment to go fishing in the Mississippi River, and frankly, there's a lot of good fishing, like 4-wheeler ride from the house, ATV. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like he was gonna come with me last week to go to Memphis when we were driving to take Lillian back because I thought, oh, we can go to Bass Pro Shop because when I went with Beth and the girls, it was when I had that really bad migraine and I ended up in bed for a few days and got really, really sick. So I didn't really get to like enjoy it. And he didn't get to go and he hasn't been yet. But then his knee was out and he's like, well, I can't walk around. So
I would have liked to have, but yeah, I didn't want to try to go to Bass Pro Shops while my knee was out.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been fun.
I would have
try to make us both healthy next time we go to Bass Pro Shop.
Hey, Frankie.
My mom used to say there were turtles, there were bowfish, there were our snakes, there are fish.
I hadn't heard that.
Bass will tear up slugs on a hook. Okay. Fair.
I mean, given the right situation, bass will tear up anything, you know. I mean, if the bite's on.
Yeah. Said you could have put Mike in a cart. I know we were laughing because I was like, well, they do have those little motorized buggies that you can get at the front, but he didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
He was like, no.
I do. It's on my bucket list, my short list to get to Bass Pro Shop.
Oh, I thought to get a little cart to drive in.
No, that's on my long list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. A few people have been to that Bass Pro Shops. Hey, maybe when we are going to make a trip to that Bass Pro Shops, we'll announce it like a week ahead of time on our live, and anybody that's in the region that wants to have an afternoon at the Bass Pro Shops, we can just meet there.
Tell everybody when we're not going to be home exactly the time. Is that really the smartest thing? Just in case there's somebody who wants to, a head in the freezer type who likes that sort of thing.
Well, all we got to do is have Ryan hang out over here that day. Mm-hmm. And like set up target range and practice.
Like clean his gun on the front porch.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, it is a cool place. I mean, it is in Memphis. That's the downside. Any of you are familiar with Memphis, but there's some real dodgy areas in Memphis that you got to kind of be careful of. But there are a couple areas that's like,
hey, text your daughter. Tell her to.
Well, she's my daughter now? Yeah. Hey, Patrick, what's up? Cudley, text in. See, when she's in trouble, she's my daughter. Just like we noticed, I think I might have told you guys this before, but like Frankie will say, well, your husband, blah, 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 or your wife did blah, blah, blah. Because we always say your daughter.
Yeah.
So she started saying like, both your wife or your husband. So we laugh about that now because then we know which one of us is in hot water because she'll say, well, your wife did this. Mm-hmm.
Sun perch come to mind.
Your father is requesting your presence.
There's so many kinds of perch, right? To me, perch is a really generic name. I'm going perch fishing. I mean, that means so many kinds of panfish, right? And there's so many kinds, and I don't even know them all. People are like, oh, that's a shell cracker. Oh, that's a red-eared whatever.
Hopper.
That's there's so many kinds. That's a bluegill. Well, I call all kinds of them bluegill, and they're like, that's not a bluegill. That's a red ear. Okay, whatever. It's a perch.
It's a fish.
To me, they all
taste like chicken.
None of them taste like chicken.
No,
not unless you accidentally put chicken on the grill instead of fish. Then they taste like chicken.
Fair.
They had boats on display.
In the water
on the floor. Ooh,
yeah, it is.
Cool.
It's really cool. There's like a little grotto in there, and there's fish, and then they have boats like in it, and it's like 3 stories or 2 stories. I don't know. It's a lot of stories, and there's a hotel inside of it. It's big. It's pretty cool. And they have the restaurant, the Wahlburgers in there.
Dennis Green talking to Cuddly Texan. I was thinking about changing my tag to Cuddly Oklahoma. Yeah. Fish-eared worm gobbler.
There you go.
See, now, I hope you're making that up. Because if that's another one that I don't know, like, it just seems like that's not going to be a real name of a fish. That's what some old man's going to call. There's a fish-eared worm gobbler.
Like a scraggy nut or whatever berry called the one tree that was like a hickory nut or something. Cuddly Texan, it went good, pulled the tooth, and it's all good now. So
Jason got a tooth yanked out of his head.
Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize you had a tooth that needed to come out while you were here. We could have done some more jumps on that jump. Yeah. Just put you on on Mike's electric e-bike.
Tara was working that whole weekend. Like, she could have just really couldn't have squeezed her husband in to just do a quick extraction. Like, I don't know.
I don't even know what a catalpa worm is, but apparently they're good bait.
Never heard of it.
I don't know my worms very well. Like,
I know night crawlers.
Yeah.
And earthworms, and that's
I call them red wigglers.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
The little, which is like not the same as an earthworm. So for me, there's like 3 kinds of worms, but I know there's a lot more. Right?
That's right. Tammy, hey Sid, will you get Beulah a companion eventually? Yes, eventually we will. She's really taking her sweet time settling in. She's doing so much better. But there's some things that we're going to be kind of modifying in basically her paddock area. And so we're going to hold off a little bit longer.
See, I don't know what a catalpa tree is either. So apparently we're talking about a caterpillar. A worm that comes from a catalpa tree would probably be some sort of a caterpillar. I don't know what a catalpa tree is, so I apparently have my homework cut out in front of me.
I guess so.
Yeah.
4 minutes, thank you. 3 minutes now.
11-inch riverworms, I would run from that. I would not put that on a hook. I would run from it. Because to me, that's a snake.
When they use a scuba diver to clean the fish tank, you know you're in a cool place. Yes, that's right. That's right, Island Life. And they've got crocodiles there. Not crocodiles, alligators, and all kinds of stuff in there. So that's pretty cool. You know, used to hunt night crawlers after it rained with a flashlight. That's fun. We don't know. I texted her, but I bet she fell asleep.
Guys, here's the best way. The best way to get night crawlers, okay? If it hasn't rained in a while,
go to Walmart and you get it out of
You go out in the yard, you turn a sprinkler on. You get one of them sprinklers that goes on a hose, you put it out in the yard, you turn that thing on if it hasn't rained in a while, and you saturate a section of the yard, okay? Then you get a car battery and a pair of jumper cables. You hook your jumper cables to the car battery, and you get 2 long metal rods, like a long nail. Okay, you put those metal rods in the ground like this far apart, you know, not too close, but not too far apart.
Oh, it's the bean seed pod from the tree, not an actual worm. It's a southern thing.
Oh. Then you connect your jumper cables to those, and this electrolysis happens underground because they're the right distance apart. You know,
you get hair loss.
And the moisture, and the worms come right up out of the ground. They come running up out of the ground.
Running.
Yeah.
With 0 legs. Anyway, guys, it's about that time for us to go.
Now I'm really intrigued. You're telling me that a seed
Honeyman
pod that's like a bean from some tree called a catalpa tree.
Who's staring at?
Catawba. See, somebody
Gesundheit.
Google this, and I need verification on spelling of this tree. And you're telling me that the seed pod will catch fish, because I feel like I need to fact check this. I need to go investigate this, but I need to know if that's the correct spelling of this tree.
Well, you may never know.
I might have to Google it myself, but I figured with 169 people in here, and 154 of them actually like this.
Yeah.
One of them might double check that for me.
But anyway, guys, our time here is thin, or as they say in Sweden, slut.
What?
That's how they say the end.
Okay.
Anyway.
Wow.
It's true.
Family show.
I'm just, Anyway.
There's no family shows in Sweden, or the show never ends. It's one of the two.
It's one of the two. Anyway, guys, make sure you hop over to Simple Life Reclaimed. They are doing their premiere. They are not going live tonight, but they are doing their big premiere with their new livestock. So go check that out. And then afterwards, you got MT Homestead and Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse. So lots of fun. Catalpas.
Katalpas. Katalpas.
Okay. All right.
I'm good.
Good night, guys. As always, we want you to stay blessed and remember,
safety's off. Time to let the barbecue.